Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here, Halo 5 Guardians, continuing on with the 100% mission intel guide. This is mission 2. The mission is called Blue Team. We're going to be playing as Master Chief. There's a total of 8 collectibles from the very beginning of the mission. The first collectible, as soon as you kind of use this bridge to go from the first building to the second building, you can access the collectible on this terminal. Now there's a few more collectibles on terminals like these. Some of them aren't activated until you wait in front of them for about 5 seconds and call over all your teammates. Keep that in mind. Now, the next one is basically a long log number with like a date, and this one is in the kind of first area with enemies. I've cleared them all out. Before you go up the ramp and continue the mission, make sure you kind of circle around this little area and interact with the console at the far end. A little bit later on in the mission, we'll come to this kind of large area where you just slowly descend deeper and deeper down into kind of this little box, and there's a catwalk in front of you. Don't go down that catwalk just yet. Instead, we're going to get test results are Asteroidea 59B. So you'll see this dead guy on the ground. You'll see the catwalk right in front of me. Before we go there, turn to the right from that dead guy and then scale up once, scale up twice, jump across, scale up a third time, and on this plat you will find a data pad. Right next to this data pad you'll find the Blaze of Glory weapon variant. I suggest you pick it up. It's a pretty cool weapon. A little bit later on, once the kind of some of the containers fall against the glass as you're coming down through these hallways, you'll kill a bunch of kamikaze grunts as well, and then you'll enter into a room. There's a few ways to get into the room. Now, normally you'd go straight, but that way is blocked, so instead we're going to go to the left and then follow the hallway. You'll see this kind of trapdoor, big vault door in front of us, and we'll drop down into the area with all the grunts. Now, if you're dropping down into here the first time, there's going to be a whole bunch of grunts, and they will be completely oblivious to your existence in the room. You can assassinate, kill them, whatever you want. And just as you enter the room from that little area I just showed, you should see a small vent in one of the walls. If you crawl into it, you'll find a small room. In that room, you can find your 4th collectible. Now, slightly later on, you'll open a door. You'll see this large glass window with spaceships outside, and this vault door will open, and directly in front of you as you enter the next area you should see a console that you'll want to activate for the next collectible. For whatever reason, it won't activate unless you call all your teammates over into the same room as you, so make sure you do that if you can't get it to trigger. Next up, in the room with the 2 hunters, as soon as you come down the elevator, you'll notice a dead guy directly in front of you, just slightly off to your left if you're facing the middle of the room from the elevator. Just run into the room next to the guy, pick up the data pad, and then run away from the hunters. Now, in the reactor core room, as soon as you enter, you can go to the very left. Just drop down on the main floor and go to your very left as soon as you enter the reactor room to find your 7th collectible. The last collectible is found after that. After the flying section, you'll enter the hangar bay. You'll come through this area. You'll see this kind of door that's halfway closed and it's blocked by a box. As you enter underneath that, there will be a console directly in front of you. Like I said, this is another console yet again where you have to get your teammates next to you. You'll see them on my radar. I can't get this to trigger, but then once they all get really close to me, I finally am able to trigger it, which is what made this one really tricky.